Good day, everyone. How y'all doing today? Brother Jimmie, Sister Honey, and my son Tommy is invisible right now. We're working out and finding out what in the world is going on. So you will hear him, but you will not see him. So happy Portal Day 12/12. And Tommy has laid out a beautiful, live tonight with Sister Honey. So it's going to be exciting. I'm going to make sure I'll be participating, but I'm also going to make sure that we're broadcasting everywhere that we're supposed to be broadcasting. This is the first time we are doing this live. The portal is open. It will be ongoing live every month. And also next week, we will be doing the Energy Body Reset live on December 19th,
They're saying
which
no
is
sound, Dad. A lot of people
no
are.
sound. Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
something.
Interesting.
Sorry,
Some
guys.
people do have sound, though.
Some
Sound? Can you hear me?
Well, we're at the shadow phase of Mercury retrograde, guys. So we're still in the shadow phase till the 16th, actually. So, that could play a role why I'm not on screen. What's going on with the sound? We apologize.
It
But
looks
everybody
like,
else can hear us? Okay, cool. Thank you,
oh, they
guys.
do now.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
You can hear me or you can't hear me?
Yeah. Sound is good, it says. Yeah. Okay. We're
Okay.
good on sound.
Cool.
I'm going to,
Interesting.
Chalk it up to Mercury retrograde, like Kelly said. Right?
yes. It's wild. I'm just looking to see if it showed up on my channel.
You guys ready for this portal though?
Yeah.
We're excited about this. Aren't you guys excited? Yeah, it didn't show up on my channel. But so good. So let's talk about it a little bit. What are we doing right now? We're letting go today, and really a lot of it happened last night. Letting go of final things that we don't want to carry forward. And then we're stepping into the new. So that's what we're doing right now. And it's very big. And it's going to go for several days, right, Tommy?
Yes, it'll be a 9-day portal because we have two mirror numbers. So today is 12/12 of 2025, and then 12/21 is the mirror reflection of 12/12. And something interesting, guys, both of them days, if you add them up single digit wise, like 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 0, you get it, adds up to 15. And so does 12/21. And that number 15 is, first of all, it's the magic square of Saturn. And during this 9-day portal, it's the beginning of Saturnalia on the Pope's birthday, which is interesting. And so I was, me, guys, I love numbers. So I'm like, okay, let me take a look and see how long it's been since he, passed to the other side. However you feel about the guy. And that was April 21st of 2025. So that was 34 weeks ago from his birthday. And 15 equals 34 in reverse reduction. So there's a lot of connections to Saturn. 1 plus 5 is 6. Saturn is allegedly the sixth planet from the sun. And the two astrological signs that have the ruling planet for Saturn is us Capricorns, me and Honey, and Aquarius is. Believe it or not, you guys have Uranus and Saturn. Now, here's another interesting thing. Back to number 15. Uranus allegedly has 15 moons. I don't know how they know that. It's supposed to be so far out there. I don't know how they've seen it, but they say it's got 15 moons. They call them satellites, right? So there's a lot with this number 15, which is a very powerful number. It's a really important one to watch out for during this 9-day portal. And for all you Capricorns and Aquariuses out there, this is your time to shine, especially the life path number 6s. 6 energy, 15 energy, Aquarius, Capricorn. Yeah.
Awesome.
That's what I
Yeah.
got for y'all.
Yeah, and I wanted to say something real quick. So I am looking at the connections. You are live streaming on your YouTube, Sister Honey. That's working. It is working on Step in Your Power. It's working on the Facebook pages. I don't know about Tommy over there at Truth Mafia, but hey, we're just getting started with this. We're going to figure it out real quick, and we're going to get better and better at it each time. I promise you all that.
Yes.
Hopefully you can hear me.
Steven said, Brother Jimmie, is your image AI? It appears to be. My dad has a green screen, so that's why you see that behind him, guys.
Like, well, this is my chair. Look, yeah, right here. This is my chair. Like, if I come off of here, and listen, I have no problem coming off of here real quick, but the sisters like the heart in the back. So hey, I do what the sisters like, and I put the heart in the back. But if I come out here and go none, okay. Right. Here's Brother Jimmie, and this is my chair right here. Okay. And that is my 200-pound computer over there. All right. And that's my beautiful grandson, one of them right there. I've got others too, with my son Tommy's children. So, but I think the heart looks better. What do you think, Sister Honey? Should I put the heart back on?
Yeah, okay. The heart.
So but that is my chair. And I have to have a chair like this for my back. So it's just the way it is. And it pops in there a little bit. Sometimes it doesn't, but sometimes it decides it wants to come and be part of the show. So
yeah,
we're letting it become part of the show.
He's not
No,
AI.
I'm not AI. Hey, by the way, I could be if I wanted to be, but I'm not. So
right.
It's so beautiful.
So good. Yes. Yep. He's got his heart on. So let's talk about it a little bit. What's going on? We want to hear from you guys. How are you feeling? I didn't sleep hardly at all last night. The energies were nuts. I was doing a lot of things in the astral plane. I had a lot of very vivid, yes, please ask a question. I had a lot of very vivid dreams. So vivid dreams generally are your just actual experiences in the astral plane. So yeah, Aquarius is shining so bright because we're moving in. Not only is it like your time to shine right now, but we're moving into that whole time period where it's all about the Aquarius age.
Yep. You are right, Sister Honey. We're moving into the age of Aquarius, and that's why a lot of stuff is coming to the surface. It's a great time to get rid of some of these old programs, right? Because we've been programmed, guys, from the day we were born. Let's just face it, we have. And it's time to get rid of some of that old programming. I mean, this 9-day portal is so stacked full of energy. You have 3-Eye Atlas December 19th at its closest approach to Earth, which I know Pops and Honey probably brought that up before. Winter solstice begins December 21st on the last day of the portal at 10:03 a.m. here on the East Coast anyways. I don't know. I know you guys are around different places around the world, but we also have Neptune completing its last rotation around the sun, and it takes 165 years based on mainstream cosmology. So right now is an amazing time during this portal to write down your dreams. And Neptune rules the dream realm. So it's going to be a really powerful time for Neptune as well. Neptune and Saturn right now are two powerful ones. And it's also a good time to slow down the nervous system with Neptune finishing its final rotation. And, Dad, you got some really good exercises that you've taught me over the years that really helped because, I suffer from anxiety. I've had it since I was a little kid and helped me slow my nervous system down with some breathing and stuff like that. Could you share some of that with us, Pops?
Yeah, I want to first say welcome again to the Portal is Open 1212 Live. I always once in a while forget this, right? So welcome. And also make sure you share comment, like, follow, get this out there to help others, and look at the different episodes that Sister Honey and I are doing. Look at what Sister Honey and Tommy are doing. My son Tommy, they're doing some amazing things with other amazing people. Lots going on. You better be working on your grounding. You better be working on your breathing, getting out in nature, hugging trees. Some of us are in cold areas. I understand that, but you can ground on grounding mats, get out and breathe some fresh air, open some windows. That air inside is very, it's not like breathing outside. Even though we got a lot going on outside, the outside air is actually cleaner in most parts than what you're breathing inside. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. My son was talking about these next 9 days. I can tell you that myself personally, as we're going and we're finalizing this year, which is the 9th year of endings, and then the fire horse, I think, starts on the 17th of February, if I'm correctly remembering. Sister Honey has spoken, and I'm feeling in my spirit also that not only do we have this month, and I can tell you what I'm working on. I'm working on the foundational stuff of Step Into Your Powers free community. We're working on the quantum energy wellness stuff. We're working on the ascension mastery stuff. We're working on what we're doing right now. We're really looking at, what 2026 and beyond is, how we need to lay that out, and what isn't serving us. We're getting rid of it. Sister Honey's doing it. I'm doing it. My son's doing it. We have others doing it in the community. Everybody should be doing that. I'm looking at everything. I'm restructuring things that are something that are for my highest purpose, but aren't exactly how they need to be to serve that. And then whatever isn't, I'm getting rid of it. I'm not, listen, I have no attachment to it. I have no emotions to it. I could care less. I'm here to follow the divine plan, the reason why we're here. And really, that's part of, what you need to be really focusing on, especially over these next 9 days, really, with Atlas coming in on the 19th of December. And again, we have the body energy reset where Sister Honey is going to be working with all of us, a live public thing on, okay, let's absorb these codes. Let's, get this, to the next level, get our frequencies to the next level, right? But really look at what's going on in every area of your life and what is serving you and what is not, and put your column exercises together. Some people say, well, what is that? It's a sheet of paper where you draw a straight line down the middle, and whatever is at the top in the header, you put wellness, or you put spirituality, or you put whatever up there. And then you have 2 columns going down where that line divides it. One is what is serving me and what is not serving me. And the name of the game is to put more things in the it is serving me column that it is not in the not serving me column. And periodically going back through that. This is the time to really do that in a big way. And I'm not only doing that personally, I'm doing that business-wise. I'm doing that with everything in my life right now. Over to you, sister.
Yeah. So if you're not clearing, so with the column exercise, you want to be clearing the things that don't serve you any longer. And if you can't clear them immediately physically, clear them energetically so that you're not quantum entangled with them anymore. So you can imagine like just extracting your energy out of that. So if it's a relationship that's not working, if it's a home situation that's not working, maybe a job situation, extract your energy out of what's going on there and basically release it, because we're stepping into a higher timeline. But in order to do that, you have to let go of the things that are in the way, and you have to make room. So that's what we're doing right now, is we're making room for better things to come in. And there's a lot of leaps of faith that go on during this time, because when you let go and you leap forward, then you're making room for something to come in that place. And if you're not willing to let go, sometimes the universe will make the situation end anyway. So there's a lot of that going on too. A lot of people that are not willing to go into a higher timeline, they're basically seeing someone else who is willing to go into a higher timeline as a villain and creating some chaos there. But what it does is it allows that release and separation to happen. And then they'll both end up with someone that's better matched to where they want to be. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Son Tommy, even though we can't see you, your voice is here.
Yeah, I'm in the astral plane, guys. I'm over here in the astral plane right now. So, hey, I just want to bring up one thing, Dad. You mentioned the 17th, right? That's the day we enter the year of the fire horse.
Yeah, February 17th. So what that says to me.
But let me tell you something real quick before you get into that. That day is the annual solar eclipse still. You know that, right?
Oh, yeah. Wow. Yep. That's
yeah.
great.
So go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was doing that to you. The thing is this, is you have this month to really, really home in on this stuff and really, don't have any kind of attachment to it. Let it go. It just, people, when you look at all these people that are all stressed out, and by the way, we're working on calm patch right now with energy wellness. We're working on a feel good patch. So if you got a bunch of people not feeling good, everybody slaps on a patch and you're all loving each other, all based on energy wellness, frequency technology, and all things that are good for the body at the highest quality, right? But at the end of the day, a lot of people create their own drama in their life because they get so emotionally attached to all of this stuff that at the end of the day, it does not matter.
So true.
It doesn't. Just let it go. Go with the flow. Understand you're in the divine. You are part of the divine. You're made out of the divine. You're made in the image of the divine. What more do you want?
Mm-hmm.
Right? So when you start getting involved and getting so emotional about all this stuff that doesn't even matter, it starts pulling all of that into your life, all of that chaos, all of that mayhem, all of that craziness. And now with the energy spiking and increasing, and now, Three Eye Atlas coming on the 19th, next Friday. And again, we'll have another live. So make sure you share this one and invite others to next week, because it's going to be on fire also. You've got to really be careful where you're putting your energy. You got to be really careful who you're giving your time to. Set freaking boundaries. Brother Jimmie got boundaries. And sister will tell you, honey, and my son will tell you, I don't allow people to break them. I've been getting my boundaries more solidified over the last 5 years. I mean, 2020 has been an acceleration. Maybe Sister Honey can talk about the reason why, but I got to tell you, for myself personally, and I'd love to know anybody in the comments, I know from 2020, and I've been a spiritual person, my son will tell you, I've talked about stuff for decades, but since 2020, I've been in warp speed, and it's been getting faster every single year. And next year, it's going to be even faster for all of us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the energy's definitely speeding up and amplifying. And I just wanted to touch on one thing before I pass it to Honey. That column exercise you were talking about in the beginning, guys, when I first did mine, I noticed I had more things in the columns that was not serving me. So I had to go through that, and I'm still working on it. So don't beat yourself up if you have more things not serving you, because you can always go back and adjust that. And that's why what we do over at stepintoyourpower.com is so beautiful, because you have a community to talk to. And Rhonda, I want to see you over there. I haven't seen you there.
Where's Rhonda?
Yeah, she's in the comments. I see her. She better get over and step into your power. But, we got a huge community over there, and it's just amazing energy, amazing people, guys. It's free. So I hope to see you guys over there. Back to you,
It's
Honey.
the community over to Sister Honey, but it is the community of light. and of love.
Yes.
Come over and find out for yourself. Over to you, Sister Honey.
Yeah. And you can feel the energy in there. It's totally different than any other platform because there's the purpose is the awakening process that we're in and the light that we're bringing, and it's individuality too. So that's really important. So there are some questions in here that I'd like to talk about a little bit. Somebody's asking, what do I do if I'm not sure if my body is still being correct when I'm muscle testing? So clear your worry. Make sure your nervous system is calmed down before you do your muscle testing. And then just trust your body after that. There is a point where we just have to trust. And the biggest thing is to get the ego out of the way. And the ego is fully installed if you're in fight or flight. So you really want to work with your nervous system and make sure that you're not in fight or flight when you're asking questions, because you won't get a good answer if you're asking your intuition if you're in fight or flight mode. Somebody else is asking about 4-Eye Atlas, which I mentioned the other day because Rachel was talking about it. And there are other ships. So what are they? I think that it's just more and more disclosure that's coming. And we have to remember that it's a narrative. So we don't actually know exactly what it's going to look like because the narrative will be played off of. So a lot of these government systems, they love to tell narratives, but the narrative is out there for a reason. And I believe that reason is first contact.
Well, it's interesting that they're saying all these things now, kind of hinting, well, that 3-Eye Atlas doesn't look like it is something. It looks like it's an alien technology. All this stuff is starting to be talked about. And I see somebody in the comments talking about being part of another community. You've never been a part of a community like this. That's what I will say to you. And regardless of what your past is and your experience of the past is, it's your past. There's no future in the past. You know, if it feels right in your spirit and your discernment, then come and join us and see for yourself what's going to happen in a very few months. There's over 7,000 people. By this time next year, you can add a 0 to that. By the time the next year goes by, a 0 or more to that. That's going to happen, you know, and there's a lot of great things happening in there. So one of the things I talked to my family about is, and, you did a great job on our Ascension Mastery training, Sister Honey. It was beautiful what you were doing for the members there, going through their childhood shadows and drama and helping them eliminate that stuff. And, a lot of people are living in their past, and their past keeps coming up. And now this time it's coming up, this period of time, it's even coming up more, where they're thinking about their past and living in their past. Oh, they're worried about tomorrow. Live right now in this moment. Don't worry about tomorrow. Don't worry about yesterday. But think about right now.
Nothing you can do about it anyways. All these people that stress that type of stuff, what are you really going to do? I mean, at the end of the day, it's a game, the game of life. Just laugh and enjoy the game and try to step into the best version of yourself, because that's the meaning of this game, you know, and the rest of it, it is what it is. That's the way I take it.
Yeah. And the present moment is all that we have. So really focus on that and enjoy your present moment, because otherwise you're giving away your joy to the future. Like, oh, I'll be happy when. Or you're ruminating in the past, and usually that's depression. So depression of one kind or another is usually being caused by thinking about the past, dwelling on the past. So Paula did the portal exercise, and she went through the portal and took her inner child through the portal as well. And she wants to know what happened. And I'm getting that you received another fractal. So you did very, very well. And a fractal is like another gift from your soul, another piece of your soul coming in.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing because I've been having that happen to me. You know that, Sister Honey. You even told me and Tommy that we had it going on. And it's an exciting time to be alive.
Mhm.
I mean, I was talking about this in the training about how I watched my grandson, baby Noah, I call him, 2.5 years old, 2 days ago. And he's so happy. He's so full of life. He's so full of joy and laughter and love. That's what we all need to be. That's what we need to focus on. And a lot of masters that have been on this planet that went through a lot have talked to us about the little children. And that's what it's all about. You know, having that unconditional love, having that unconditional forgiveness, not taking everything so personal, letting things flow, letting them go.
Or
You know,
so
I'm
spirit.
still learning it. You know, my son just talked about the column exercise. Of course, you're going to have more things that are not serving you that serving you in the beginning. And you're going to keep track of that. And especially as we're going through these energetic times when we're supposed to be doing that, like Mercury retrograde happens a few times a year. What are you supposed to be doing in Mercury retrograde? Not starting anything new, looking at everything that you got going on, running through your column exercises, making sure that you're optimizing all these different areas of your life. That's at least 3 times a year that you're doing this. Back over to you, Sister Honey.
Did you have something, Tommy?
Oh no, you're okay.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So there's a question in here. Are we in ascension? So from Steve, to the 4th and 5th dimension, the Rainbow Bridge, and then Bifrost.
He's talking about the Bifrost Bridge. This is of Asgard. You know, the Norse mythology.
Mhm.
That's what he's talking about. The Bifrost
Yes.
Bridge and Asgard, which yeah, a lot of us are in ascension right now, Steve. Most of us that are in this live right now are past the 4th dimension. Not,
Mhm.
you know, in my opinion, everybody's going to have their own opinion on it. But I think everybody that's in here right now is past that 4D. But I still believe there's a lot of people holding on to the 3D. And we got to be careful with that because they can remanifest that reality. And we're trying to get away from that, you know. So it's very important that we put our energy into positive things and not negative. But yeah, the Bifrost Bridge, I knew what you was talking about, Brother Steve, right there. I remember that from Norse mythology. That's what Thor crossed to go to Asgard.
Yeah. And that is the Rainbow Bridge. And we did achieve getting out of the 4th density. So dimension is consciousness and density is physicality. So we're right in the middle of ascension right now. And if you think about the Rainbow Bridge, like for me, it came in as a spiral. So you're always like going further and further up the spiral. And you can think of it as a spiral staircase if you want to. So you're basically going further and further up in the frequency. And that's what we're doing right now. And we're letting go of the old things that would hold us back. The ideas that are dense and 3D. And the 4th density is kind of a bridge in between the two. And that's honestly where most of the chaos lives. Because they can see what we're doing in the 4th density. Like they could see everything that was happening, and they could mess with the 3D, but the 3D could not see the 4D. So we're through that period of time now, and it's really beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. And Sister Honey, somebody was talking about you had talked about people have to make a choice by 2026, end of 2026, whether they're going to move, I guess into the light fully, or maybe go around the round of robin again. Who knows? But I've been feeling for years now, since 2020, about this great separation, this great timeline split that's happening. And I do believe the people that are on the timeline that will be heaven on earth will continue to ascend and accelerate in that direction. Not that it's going to happen overnight, folks. It's not. Okay. Pluto is in Aquarius. It happens every 248 years. This time is more significant than any time this planet has ever been through. Go look at the last 2,000 years. Go do Google, go do Gemini, do ChatGPT, whatever's your one that you feel comfortable with, and have it run you what's happened when Pluto is in Aquarius for about 20 years. It was popping in and out in 2023. It went fully in 2024. It's staying into January, I think, of 2044. And this planet, by that time, is going to be completely transformed into something that we wouldn't really even recognize right now. And all of us will continue to ascend. More codes will come down. And what's beautiful about what we're doing at stepinyourpower.com is we're helping people transition through that with the community, the love, the support, the prayer circle, the collective prayers, all of the things that we're doing. And others in there are helping people. And then a certain amount of folks decide, you know what, I want to be more involved in myself, and I want to be more involved in the overall New Earth project. And we have people joining Ascension Mastery, which is our membership within the free community. You always get the free community with Ascension Mastery. That's always there. Community's there for everybody. All religions, all thoughts, as long as you're about love and light, and you're not going in there attacking people or doing very disgusting things, because Brother Jimmie will come right on you real quick if you do any kind of disgusting things to any people in there. And so will my son Tommy. Believe me, if I don't find you, he will. And you're going to be gone, because this is about love and light. This is about uplifting. And you said something, Sister Honey, about, and I notice it too, because for business, I'm on Facebook and I'm on, these other platforms, but you don't get the feeling that you do. I mean, this community, I never thought when the download came again, hey, it's time to, build this community in March of this year. I never knew how much it would affect me personally. And it's been transforming for me personally.
Yeah. It's amazing, honestly, the love in there. So, and everybody's working on themselves. And when you work on yourself, then you grow. So if you're working on yourself and you're clearing things that you no longer need, say they're generational curses or they're shadows, then you're making more room for more of your fractals to come in, because somebody's asking again about the fractals. Everybody has different amounts of fractals in their body. And these are healed parallel lives. That's what you're getting. You're getting gifts from those parallel lives, and you're getting pieces of yourself that are coming in to help with ascension. So this would be considered the oversoul, like all of the sum of you. And when you bring in more fractals, you bring in more gifts, you bring in more knowledge, and you bring in more strength with who you actually are.
100%. And honey, did you see this one where Rhonda said NPCs are
malfunctioning?
Yeah. I'm sorry there, Scott, in LA. And we were just talking about this today, which me and honey had an amazing show with Richard that'll be coming out. And that was one of the funnest shows I'd done in a long time. But I told her when I was doing these decodes, I'm seeing less and less NPCs than I was before. Before, it was like, no joke, guys, 8 out of 10 people, right? 8 of them would be NPCs.
Wow.
And yeah, no joke. No joke. And now,
80%?
yeah, but now
No, it's bigger than that.
Yeah, it's like it's more first player characters now. We're starting to see a lot more, especially with Honey's community. That's a very spiritual, evolved community. You know, like when I decode some other people, I'm not going to put no content creators' names out there, but other people's followers, it'll be a higher percentage, you know, because I keep track of all that. But overall, I'm seeing a lot less NPCs. And I think eventually, hopefully they'll fade all the way out.
Yeah. Yeah. They will. And I've gotten messages about that, but I don't want to put it out there because if somebody's nervous and they feel like NPCs are helping them with their life, they will keep them going. So we're just going to let them disappear. Everybody will be absolutely fine. And we don't need all of that extra noise around us. So really working on yourself is like number one best thing that you can do for yourself these days. And it's just kind of an amazing time because we're finally realizing the worth of ourselves and what we have to bring to the table for humanity. But it all comes back to healing within first.
Yeah, there's definitely a filtration process going on right now, and it's interesting to watch it happen. But everything that you need, everything that is in alignment with your divine plan, your divine mission is already there for you. Whether you're aligned with it frequency-wise or not is whether you have it or not. You know, we were talking about this with the waitress today. I took my wife, Cindy, to Olive Garden today. We had lunch at Olive Garden. I hadn't been there for a long time, but we had lunch. We had to go get something for her, and we had lunch at Olive Garden. And the waitress was there, and she was talking about, you know, these things. And we were talking about my wife, Cindy, and I, when we put our minds together and we want something and we all act as it's already ours, it happens every time through our life. And so when you're working on yourself, like Sister Honey's talking about, and really doing your breathing and building your relationship with the divine, whatever you want to call the source of all, you call it. I'm not going to get in here and play word games with people. I have no time for that. You know, again, I think at a level of like engineering and master builder, and I have no time to get into, well, that's not the name, Brother Jimmie. This is the name, or that's the name. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't care. The point of origin that's always been and always will be and never had a beginning and never will have an ending, that everything is in and everything is made of it. Okay. Build that relationship. Put time into that. And work on your energy portals and give gratitude to everything, your energy body, all your energy centers, your physical body. You know, start taking really good care of it. You said this the other day, Sister Honey, about how you've been focusing more on your physical body. And I could tell you too, I have, and I'm sure my son will say the same thing that he has. And how many of you all that are watching right now, the live or the recording, how many of you all are focusing on your physical body more than you ever have? And I know that that's my case right now, because your physical body has a lot to do with the connection to your soul and all of that. And Sister Honey explained that, you know, your nervous system is your electrical system, and you are a being of light, pure energy.
Yeah. And this is your vehicle here. So your body is your vehicle, and it's where all your senses are. And you want to really keep it as healthy as possible. And a lot of us have been going through like ascension thing after ascension thing, like different symptoms. And we're kind of finally coming to that point where we're ready just to be well and to be healthy and to figure out what is the source of anything that we're dealing with. And it always starts with an emotion. And then it moves into the physicality, because it starts when you start to have some problem with the body, it starts in the energetic field. And then it gets into the body when you ignore it. So we're basically at the point where we're ready to clean it up. And I think it's really beautiful because we're going to have a lot of health as we go through this process. We don't need to be sick anymore. We don't need to age anymore. None of that stuff needs to be going on. And it's all up to us to release those things.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I see a sister having an issue with her stomach, and I want to just say something about, when you're having problems eating and you're having problems with your stomach, you're out of alignment energetically. And energy is getting clogged up in your root chakra, your sacral chakra, and your solar plex chakra. You've got to work on that. Sister Honey just said that your energy body, all things of unease starts there first before the disease enters the physical body. So make sure you're doing your energy body hygiene and your wellness, because that's really important. And breathing is super important. Most people don't understand that, but I will in the morning when I go through. First, I do about a 15-minute crystal affirmation meditation thing with my crystals, and then I put my necklace on. I then get into about 30 minutes of prayers that I've written for every single part of my life and all of humanity, all of this world, all of existence, all of the worlds, all of the galaxies, okay? The aliens, the elementals, the freaking angels, all of that, okay? Because believe me, it's a creation factory, okay? If you ever seen Green Lantern, it's close. So there's a lot going on. But at the end of the day, you got to be working on that energy body. You really got to put that on the top of your list. The relationship with the divine and your energy body, because that's affecting your physical body. Make sure that you keep those at the top of your list.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, living in this reality that we live in, everything in this simulated reality is made of energy. That energy moves through us both electrically and magnetic. This is called electromagnetism. So your heart creates an electrical signal every time it beats. Think about your brain uses electricity to think, feel, and remember. That's why we also have this invisible field around us that people think's fake that is several feet around us. That's our biofield, our energy body. So it's very important to work on that. Just because you can't see it, you can't see Wi-Fi either, but it's there. You know what I mean? They've proven that this is here, and it all boils down to electromagnetism. When you really look into that, as far as the human body goes, and raising our frequency and stuff. Sorry, that's all I wanted to add.
No, that's beautiful, son.
Great.
That's beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful information. And you bring so much fire into the free community at Step into Your Power, and also into Ascension Mastery. The post that you've been posting into Ascension Mastery, breaking everything down, and what Sister Honey puts in there. I mean, I can see tens and tens of thousands of members in the future, at least, going around the world, and we're building this new world together, right? We're doing what's right, and we're bringing more and more and more people into the light and into the right frequency. Because one of the things that it is something that you need to understand is that you are responsible for you. You are not responsible for your spouse. You are not responsible for your children. You're not responsible to your friends. You're not responsible to anybody when it comes to your joy, when it comes to protecting your energy, when it comes to setting your boundaries, when it comes to stepping into your power. Because as you step into your power and your frequency rises, everybody around you rises. That's meant to rise. Some will fade away. And some will rise. Maybe not as fast as you, but your rise lifts others. And that's important to remember. You're very special. You're very important. Understand that. Know that. Love yourself. You know, have respect for yourself. It's something that I'm having conversations with my beautiful wife, Cindy, because she gives until she can't give anymore. And she's been listening to the Buddha on the YouTube. You know, of course, you know, when you're someone's spouse, it's kind of hard for them to listen to their spouse. Okay. But that's okay. Whatever path she's on that helps her lift herself up. But I watch her give to the giving is exhausted. And you got to be careful that you're not over giving to your energy and all of your resources and everything you have to everybody else because you feel responsible.
Mm-hmm.
You're responsible for you and the connection you have with the divine, keeping your cup full, right? And not allowing people to deplete it. Over to you, Sister Honey.
Yeah, it's really important because then what will you have if you give it all away? And also, what will you have left to give if you give it all away? So you can't give from an empty cup. It needs to be everything that ended up in the saucer. That's what you give. You give all of the overflow. And I just want to address something too, like if you guys have family members that you don't feel are awake, or maybe you're having a hard time relating to them, just love them. Just love them and let them go on their own journey. And they will eventually either come back to you or they won't. And if they don't, then maybe they were meant to do something else in that time period. We never lose people. That's something that's really important. Even when they pass away, like the fear of death has been so programmed into people.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have passed away recently, and they will continue to do so because maybe they don't want to be in the body that they're in right now. Maybe they want to ascend as a child. Maybe they're done and want to take a break and just watch. You know, everybody ascends as soon as they leave their body. They're out at this point. There's been a lot of nefarious things that have happened in the past, but those have been dismantled now, and people are just ascending almost immediately at this point. Sometimes they hang around for a little while and they watch what their family's doing, but it's really beautiful, and you can talk to them, and that's part of the gifts that are coming in. People are talking to their family members that have passed. They're getting signs from them. And, you know, we need to allow them to step out of the game if it's not good for them. Because it is truly like a very advanced, intense learning game that we're in.
Yeah. It's an organic simulation. I just want to tell you this, sweetheart. You can step away from him anytime you want to. That needs to be part of your column exercise. So you get away from that and get away from that energy. And I don't know your situation. You could have kids or whatever is going on there, but you know, you don't have to be in any type of relationship like that.
Well, and come on over into Step Into Your Power. I took that down real quick, son, because I didn't know whether sister would want that up. But come into Step Into Your Power and ask for a prayer request. And let the power of prayer help you, because the divine has your best interest at mind. And when more people pray for you, not religiously, but pray for you, it'll help. You know, my son told you, you don't have to take it. You don't. No one has to take abuse. No one has to take any of that kind of stuff.
And right up there on the screen, that QR code, you just scan that with your phone. It'll take you right in to Step Into Your Power. And for that girl, if you didn't want me to share that, I apologize, sweetie. I was just trying to help get the manifestation and positive energy out there for you to help you get, away from that energy. So I definitely will put out positive energy to make sure you get into a better situation, and I'll keep you on my mind. But yeah, that QR code right up there, you could take a second right now, scan it with your phone, go down in the description, boom. It's 100% free to join, guys. Come over. I'm telling you, at the end of the night, after I had a long, hard day, I go in there just to hang out. And, I've met some really amazing friends in there. Vaughn, Tracy, Nancy. I mean,
So many.
there's so many. Danielle, just a bunch of Paula, just a bunch of amazing people. And
So many beautiful people. So many beautiful people. And then you see them, they don't come in for a while, and then all they said suddenly say, "Oh, I'm back. And I don't know why I haven't been here." Because this is so much more positive than Facebook and Instagram and all that. Well, that's why the divine built it through us. That's what's happening here. And this is what people are going to need that help. And again, son, yeah, this sister she put it in comments, so people are going to see it, but let's get it into the prayer circle and let's get people praying for her. And, I use the prayer circle. Sister Honey uses the prayer circle. My son, Tommy, uses the prayer circle. Lots of people use the prayer circle. Don't ever feel that you can't ask for prayer, because you can, and we're there to give it to you. Listen, you want to fill your energy bucket up with overflow? Then do good for others by praying, by loving on them, by giving good comments. As Step in Your Power continues to grow, what happens inside there? It's magical. You start building a community around you locally. So now you're finding other brothers and sisters that are going through the same thing that you're going through, and you have your online family that's huge, but now you're building a local network, a local family. And there's nothing better than being together in person and feeling, even though I'm sure you feel the energy here. How many of you feel the energy coming off of this live right now? Go ahead, give your honest truth. If you don't feel it, say you don't feel it. It's fine with me. But the bottom line is, when you have that community growing, and I can promise you that Sister Honey, myself, and my son Tommy are going to get this out, and the divine through us is going to get this out to tens of millions of people. So this community is going to accelerate. And what that means is, when you click on who's around me, you're going to see a whole bunch of people. You probably see a few now. And that few is going to grow into many. And so imagine, as you all start congregating together, loving on each other, talking with each other in the local, next thing you know, maybe you're all moving in the same neighborhood. Maybe you're putting a conscious community together. There's so many things that are going to be happening over the next 2 decades. This, though, I believe in my heart, is the foundation of helping that happen. It's one piece of it. There's probably other people out there doing similar things, maybe not exactly like we're doing, but this is a very important piece for the new world, and for what Sister Honey talks about a lot of time, just learning how to talk to each other again, communicate, love each other, support each other. Back to you, Sister Honey.
Yeah, learning how to listen and learning how to respond in an objective way, instead of through the lens that we carry from some program that we are carrying around. That's going to be what we learn how to do in the future, is learn how to be objective, learn how to observe ourselves, and learn how to actually see the point of view of the other person. And a lot of stuff will go through telepathy, and that's already beginning. And I notice it quite a bit throughout the day, because I will think of something, or I'll say something out loud, and the other person that I'm talking to will be like, yeah, that's what I got too. So we're syncing up all the time at this point. And
we definitely have them moments quite often, don't we?
Yeah.
And it's going to get more, it's going to get more intense. Look at a couple of these comments. Thank you, Sister Carrie. We love you very much.
Thank you.
And, Thank you, Brother Vaughn. We love you very much. There's a lot of them. Thank you, Sister Nancy. We love you very much.
Yes.
There's, with what we're going through, the crumbling of the old structures that cannot survive in this increased frequency, that, by the way, is only going to continue to increase.
Mm-hmm.
We have to be there for each other. We have to be there to support each other. We have to also focus on the new, right? The new stuff. Like, and this community is a big part of it. You know, when Sister Honey said to me when she came back in this lifetime into my son and my life, she said, "Oh, this is going to be like the community global communication portal." And I'm thinking, wow, okay. All right, let me just get to work here because the divine's on me saying, "Brother Jimmie, move. Son, move." And as this has been going on, I now am seeing that. And I'm understanding that this is going to be a big part of building the new earth and communicating with each other, loving on each other, praying for each other, locally communicating, locally gathering, online gathering, huge online family, and will eventually be a huge offline family.
Mm-hmm.
Both.
Yeah, this is how people will gather up, because you can find your local people and you can go have coffee with them. You can do whatever you want. You can go start meeting people in person. The thing is that exponentially, when we come together, we create beyond like the sum of 2 people or 3 people. So it just expands so much more. And if people have the same intention and it's really good for others and it's really good for themselves, then guess what you're doing? You're creating together. And that's what we're going to do. That's how we're going to build the new systems. That's how we're going to build the new communities that are actually physical. So we're like at the precipice, right about ready to step through the portal of what's coming new, what's going to be new for us. So really thinking about that and stepping through that portal is important, as you make sure that you let go of the things that don't jive with that. Think of it as your highest timeline. You want to step up into your highest timeline. So in order to do that, there's probably baggage you don't need to carry with you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the episodes that we've done over the last few weeks are really super important for you to watch. I mean, the ones from 11:11 to 12:12, watch them. Read the comments. Read the comments. The ones on YouTube. It's important that you really, really focus on yourself. Period. Always, but you live in the now. But over these next 9 days, really, really, really clarify who you are, what you're here to do. Get a clear picture of that. And then what is not serving you, and start eliminating it. Period. You deserve a beautiful life. You deserve to wake up every day full of life, full of love, full of happiness. I mean, one of my favorite times, and I told you this, Sister Honey, this is why I can't have these meetings at 10 o'clock on Friday, is when my little grandson Noah comes out, because I work out of my house. I'm good. I'm not, I'm blessed, and I am grateful, and I'm stewarding, and this is just the beginning of where we're all headed together. And the wealth of the wicked is stored up for the righteous. The great wealth transfer will go to the righteous, and it will go to the righteous that are ready for it. The righteous that are going to be good stewards of it, not blow it, not, misuse it, but are going to steward it in a way that will help lift not only themselves and their family up, but the whole boat, the whole world, right? So it's important really to clarify, where you're currently at, what's going on, what are you doing in the morning? I mean, I get up in the morning, I feel like, it's private, my routine, but When I get up in the morning, I talk to my wife. Of course, everybody goes to the throne room. We all do that in the morning, unless you're, maybe you're a different person, maybe an alien or something. Yeah, and you don't have to do that. But after that, when I get done talking to my beautiful wife, Cindy, and I drink my coffee, I come right into my office, which is my sanctuary. And within my sanctuary, I have all kinds of beautiful frequencies. I got beautiful crystals. I got my salt lamp. I've got all my energy wellness technology. It's a beautiful place. Like, my grandson does not want to leave it. Okay. I spend 90 minutes going through my meditations, prayers, and breathing for 90 minutes. And people might say, well, Jimmie, brother Jimmie, I don't have that kind of time. Yes, you do. Because another thing you need to prioritize and you need to do a column exercise is your time. Because even we know that time doesn't really exist outside of 3D, okay? It still is existing for you on a daily basis. And you need to make sure that you optimize and organize your time, that you're not spending it on things that are not serving you, just like you're going to do every other thing. And make the time. Make the time. Set boundaries. Like, I can't do a meeting at 10 o'clock. Sorry, I got to, my grandson comes in here at 9:30. He pops open my door now that he knows how to open doors. He says, Papa, this is my office. I'm coming in. And I'm bringing 50 different balls in here, all the different balls he's got. And I'm going to throw them in your office, and I'm going to come sit on your lap, and I'm going to spin around in your chair, and I'm going to run around, the office with you. I wouldn't give that time up for nothing. Now, after 11 o'clock, we got to block him off and put some boundaries up, because Papa's got to continue to work.
We could definitely do it around noon.
Yeah.
Towards the end of the day, everybody's just, that time is better to, that's my time that I use to reflect. But me, Dad, I'm a night owl anyway. So when you and Honey are sleeping, I'm still up doing my thing.
A lot of people in the community too are up late. I see action going on there in the late nights, and that's beautiful. Isn't it beautiful where you can go to a place and no matter what time it is, you can get engagement and love from people? Because Step in Your Power isn't just about the United States. It's not just about English speaking countries. Soon it's going to be about all languages.
Well, we already have some people over there that don't speak just English, which is amazing to me that they translate it and take the time to come over there still. That's phenomenal. So we got a few of them already, and it's going to get even better and better. I think YouTube is starting to translate our language. So like when we're talking right now, you guys, if you're in another country and we're not speaking your foreign language, you should be able to hear us in your languages. It's kind of cool.
And guess what else is happening? The community software is also working on language. So very soon, because of AI, the language conversion translation will happen instantaneously with video and text. And eventually, guess what else will happen in the future? Images. Mm-hmm. So this thing, AI, don't be afraid of it. Embrace it for good. Embrace it for the light. It helps you get more done. It really does. And it's only going to accelerate. No one's going to stop it. But it's, Sister Honey will tell you that it's captured by the light, and the darkness plan of AI is not going to be implemented. It's going to be utilized for the light and to help humanity move into the next level of existence.
Well, it's like a tool, like any tool that you have. A knife is a tool. You can use it for cooking. You can also use it for the wrong reasons, right? You can use it to protect your home. Same thing with AI. You get the wrong user behind it. Yeah, they can use it for nefarious reasons. But you get a good person behind it, they can do a lot of good with it too. So just the tool.
One of the things that's also really happening right now that's important to remember is that we are filtering out fear. So the thing that somebody would do for a nefarious reason is being filtered out. That's what all these light codes and all these different changes in the Schumann resonance and all these different ascension symptoms are about. And basically, we're letting go of the idea that we need to have scammers and people that are trying to steal your money and, all those kind of things. They're going away, and they're kind of in our face right now. I've noticed there's a little bit more on the scammy side going on that I've noticed over the last probably month that kind of faded away. But the thing is when we get into another layer that we're clearing, then that stuff comes to the surface, and you just don't get involved with it. You let it go. Like for me, if a scammer's in my comments, then I just delete it. And people
And with joy, right?
Yeah.
With joy, Sister Honey, with joy.
Yeah, I'm not getting mad. I'm not, to me it's kind of funny because I think it's the same person. And they've had just the worst time because I blocked them over and over and over. And they keep inventing a new name.
Oh, yeah. So, I've had some of them, honey.
Yeah. But that's what's going on right now is we're clearing those things. So do your best to allow them just to fade away and say, I don't need that anymore.
We also got that meteor shower taking place right now, guys. Yeah, today, 14th of it, it'll probably spike. It's happening now. So the meteor shower, that's another big thing. And they say it began December 4th and is expected to remain until December 17th. There you go. It's the beginning of Saturnalia and Jorge Mario Bergoglio's birthday. A lot is connected to that gentleman. Interesting. When we talked with Richard earlier, it seems like it had to do with a lot of truth and a lot of disclosure coming to the surface. And, I have to say again, that dude is probably the funnest guy I've ever podcasted with. He had me, he's just his energy is so contagious, ain't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to meeting him.
A lot of fun. Yeah. You're going to love him.
You'll love him.
Yeah, we'll have me and him's going to have a ball watch. We're going to have a real good time together.
Yes.
So because if you're not having a good time, what's the point?
Right.
I love my day every day. I feel like, and again, I'm not getting into the commerce of Christmas, but when you were a little kid and you really believed in Christmas, right? And you're really super excited to get up that morning because Santa Claus. Now, by the way, my son will tell you, I ruined the Santa Claus thing for him and my kids because I wasn't going to lie to them. I was just like, there ain't no Santa Claus. I'm the Santa Claus. Be good for me and you'll get more presents. You know what I mean? That's what I said to them. But at the end of the day, that feeling that children have when they're waking up on Christmas Day to open those presents should be the feeling that you have every day when you wake up, and that you carry through the day. It's so important because the more you can do that, the more you work on yourself, the more you're able to stay in that type of feeling, it will transform you like you don't even understand.
Yeah, and the word presence, think about that word. Like, if you are present in your current moment and being grateful, like more and more of what there is to be grateful for will start showing up. Because it's really about loving who you are in that moment and doing that all day long, just loving yourself and taking care of yourself and going through the things that you're doing in your day, but not in an unhappy way. Even if it isn't something that you totally love, maybe you're doing the dishes. For me, I absolutely don't want to do that. So, it really is, it just shifts your whole world if you can be grateful and happy to be who you are right now.
Yeah. And the Santa thing, a lot of people don't know. Let me see if I'm able to upload this slide for you guys real quick before we end this here. The Santa thing, a lot of people probably don't know where this comes from. It's talking about inner alchemy is what it is. Santa Claus is the same thing as the Christos oil. And guess what the presents are? It's that enlightenment that you get when that secretion secretes down out of the colostrum of your brain and then resurrects up the kundalini. That's Santa Claus going down the chimney. It's all about inner alchemy and releasing that kundalini up the 33 vertebrae of the spine, activating the pineal gland, which is the spiritual gifts that you get during Christmas. But that's they've materialized it now, made it think it's all about presence and all this other stuff when it's really not. It's talking about inner alchemy and spiritualism. But
oh, I just had to ban a user and ban and delete all of their comments, unfortunately, because of their bad behavior.
You did that at exactly 1:11. Exactly 1 hour and 11
Oh,
minutes.
I did that at 1:11. There you
Yeah.
go. There you go. There you go.
That user. That's
The
interesting.
one thing then we'll let Sister Honey close us up with my son Tommy. But the one thing you got to make sure that you're not doing is engaging in negativity, whether it's in comments or verbally, writing, whatever. Leave that alone. It doesn't serve your highest purpose. It's interesting. I tell people, if you attack me, oh my gosh, it's not good. And I don't have to do anything. My son will tell you the people that have done wrong by me in life, they don't end up too well. And it's not my hand. It's the hand of the divine. When you're on the right path, not that you won't veer from it, it's a spiral, right? But hopefully you keep going around the spiral and it inches up and up and up and up and up and up. When you're doing that and your heart and your soul is committed to it, when people attack you, you don't have to do anything. You don't even have to acknowledge it because it comes back on them. Be very careful what you do and what you say and what you write, because manifestation is on overdrive now. And whether it's positive or negative, you better be very careful about the negative side and don't feed into the hate. Don't feed the darkness, feed the light. Make sure everything in your life is feeding the light. Back to you, Sister.
Yeah, I think that's really paramount right now. Think about your happiest moment and imagine that you create a whole timeline with that moment. And then you step into it. So you can step into it with what looks like a stargate or a portal, or you can just imagine that you climb the stairs and it's there. Whatever you need to do. But really, it's a great time right now because the energy is prime. It is primed for this. So really thinking about, what do I want to create for my life? Because we're all ultimately responsible for our own life. And I would love to see everybody just completely enjoying the life that they create for themselves.
Yeah. Yeah, we need more Ascension Mastery members. And we have a lot of work to do. And you can when you go to Step into Power, if that's something you're ready for, you need to be ready for something like that to go to that level. It's available there for you. But we're putting together quantumenergywellness.com too, /power. We track where traffic comes from because I've been doing this for 30 years. So Quantum Energy Wellness is where you're going to be able to learn for free about quantum energy wellness. It's public. It's going to be a public facing thing. But then there'll be things available like Sister Honey's Quantum Healing, where she's a master Reiki healer, and Sister Lisa is a master. I mean, I was on this thing. I felt it. Not only did I feel it, but I was bringing the energy through my left hand, hitting my wife through my right. And she was like, she was feeling it, because when you get hit with a lot of energy, it can make you tired, right? If you're not used to it, it can make you tired. It can make you yawn and all of that. So what we're going to be bringing out on that website for humanity is amazing. And it's like on the Step in Your Power side, it's about your spiritual connection, your empowerment, stepping into your power, your divine power, which is the divine within you. And you're in, and understanding that you're in control of your life. Get into the right frequency, and all that is already waiting for you. All of it, okay? Quantum energy wellness is all about healing this planet. Because I see a lot of comments in there where a lot of people don't feel well. But if you understand how to take care of your energy body quantumly, and you get the education where you can now, what Sister Honey said again, remember we talked about your energy body, when it's out of whack, then it goes into the physical. So quantum energy wellness is about helping people embody their overall energy wellness at a quantum level, because we are quantum. We're quantum beings. Okay.
Yes.
Back over to you, Sister Honey.
Well, I think you said it. I mean, we are quantum beings. We're here for a reason. We didn't come here by accident. And everybody matters. Everybody matters to the scenario that we are creating together. And you guys are absolutely beautiful. And we're so glad that you're here.
Yes.
Yes, we are. And we hope to see you guys over on stepintoyourpower.com. I mean, I'm really excited to see some of the new people come in. Just come give it a look. And if it ain't for you, it ain't for you. No big deal. It's free, but come check it out. I promise you, you will not be sad. And I want to give you guys one positive thing real quick before we go on the number 15, since we talked about it so much in the beginning, because it is an angel number, and the angel number 15 symbolizes remaining focused on your goals, making positive life changes, welcoming change, and recognizing your full potential using your inner wisdom. So this is an amazing time for that. And, with that, I think we said it all, guys. What do you think?
Well, I would like to ask all of you for your help. What I would like, if you would do, and this is about, again, giving out positive energy, is any of you that are in the Step in Your Power community, in the comments, let people know what you feel, truthfully, honestly, from your soul. And, for you that feel that this served you, this life, share it with people. Share it with people, please, because fill your positive energy bucket up to where it overflows, and it will affect everything around you. We love you all very much.
Love you guys.
Yes, love you guys. Bye.
Yeah. This song right here ain't just a vibe. It's a frequency. Tuned at 432 hertz. To heal, to uplift, to activate. They changed the music, switched the code, took 432 and made it 440 mode. From nature's rhythm to the sound of war, now we vibrate low, depressed to the core. But this track's pure, tuned to divine design. Activating chakras, realign your mind. Root to crown, feel that inner fire. We break the system, elevate higher. Jesus said it, you'll do greater than me. Faith of a mustard seed moves mountains, my G. Junk DNA, nah, that's God's hidden tech. Flip the switch, heal your soul, reconnect. Step into your power, reclaim what's true. They don't want you knowing what your light can do. You can heal yourself, realign in an hour. When you step into your power, raise your vibe, break the chains they gave. You ain't a slave, you're a soul they crave. 396 root chakra, ground your fears. 4 and 17 sacral arch, those tears. Via 28, that love DNA. Solar plexus charged, shine all day. 639 heart, open and feel. 741, speak your truth and heal. 85-2, third eye wide awake. 963 crown, no more fake. This ain't new age fluff, this is an ancient fact. They flip the frequencies to hold us back. 432 is sacred, aligns with the earth, the same math that coded your soul at birth.